Welcome. My name is Lisa Bassini and I'm from a company called The Baking Coach. Today we are making pretzel dogs. Yum. First thing we're going to start with is some water. The next thing we are going to add is we will put in some yeast and some sugar. And we'll give that a quick little stir. And now flour. Stirring this up a little bit with a utensil. I used a craft stick, but then once it becomes ineffective, I always recommend just diving in and using your hands. Now with pretzel dough, the dough is a little on the sticky side, and that's because it's got a high sugar content. So I'm gonna mix this together. And when do you stop mixing? You stop mixing when you no longer see any type of flour hanging around your bowl. So I'm going to continue to mix this up. And as you can see, it's fairly simple. I'm using one hand. I find when you're mixing doughs, if you mix two hands, it just makes a bigger mess. So use one hand and use your opposite hand just to hold the bowl in place, and that gives you a much better mixing advantage. Okay, so I'm gonna knead this in the bowl until it's smooth, and it pretty much is incorporated just like that. And we're gonna put a piece of clear plastic wrap over this bowl and let it rest for 45 minutes. So I'm gonna pull out some of this dough, and as you can see, it's just much more airy as opposed to the other dough. The next thing I would want to do at this time is turn my oven on to 450 degrees. So I'm going to take a small portion of dough, just about that size. You could even go a little less, about a walnut size. And you're going to roll the dough out. Have a little bit of extra flour on hand. Then what you want to do is you're going to make it into a slight tube. Now just using your hand, press down on it. This is very important. If you don't roll this tight enough, what happens is your blanket is separated from your pig, and you don't want that to happen. So here I have a hot dog, and this is one hot dog cut into 4 pieces. And I'm going to put it down, and then as I'm rolling it, I am also stretching it and rolling it around and around and around. There we go. And you always want to put the seam side down. If you have leftover pretzel dough, then go ahead and make some pretzels if you run out of hot dogs. In this bowl here is a very important step. This bowl contains some water, and the water is warm tap water. And to that, I'm going to add some baking soda. So you're just mixing these two together. And then right before these go in the oven, so you want to make them all. And right before they go into the oven, you're going to dip your pretzel dog into the solution of baking soda and water. Did you know that baking soda is a browning agent? So you want to continue to put these into the oven, and what's going to happen is it's going to they'll start to brown and bake up. But what you're looking for are these pretzel dogs to turn like a really pretty golden brown color. When they come out of the oven, you can melt some butter and brush the tops of the pretzel dogs with some butter, and then sprinkle some more kosher salt on them. You don't have to do that. They're delicious without all of that. So the choice is really yours. But enjoy making them, enjoy eating them. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to me at thebakingcoach.com. All right. Thank you so much. Bye-bye now.